Set pieces. It's Farrell on it again. Deep one around the back. Quinn scored! There is the breakthrough goal! It's Andrew Quinn. The underdogs bare their teeth and show their fight in this cup final. Drogheda United strike first.
Welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, the Drogheda United fans podcast, proudly sponsored by the Coffee Box.
Hello and welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, episode number 22. Joined again by the usual suspects. Owen, how are you?
Greg's also Greg.
All good. And Richie, how's things?
Yeah, great. Greg's brilliant. All good.
Yeah, everyone's in good form after Friday. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We were just saying there before we started recording that my throat's better out of me since Friday night, and yours is the same, Richie.
Oh yeah, the voice is gone. It's still not 100%.
Yeah, I'm the same. Still not great now.
We're all a bit croaky, alright.
Yeah. Oh well worth it.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
That was I think that was one of the best away atmospheres in years, lads.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it? It's like, and in fairness now, us three between a lot of away games, like lads, that was up there. Yeah,
Definitely up there as one of the best. Like, geez, the lads never stopped the whole match. It was fucking brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, the noise was just at a different level.
Yeah, no, it really was. I don't know, Owen, whether you've seen, Richie, did you put it on in a group chat or online? I'm not sure, but you were saying, like, I don't think Bowes realised what they were doing when they put that stand in, because, like, you can create an unbelievable atmosphere as an away, as the away group, and like, if you fill it, I think it's a 400 or 450, whatever it is, but it's just, you can take the roof off it with the volume, and it's an incredible atmosphere, and it's quite, I wouldn't say it's intimidating to the home team, but I'd say they'd prefer if we were still behind the goal. You know, you could never create an atmosphere in Dalymount like until they built that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, that was my point I was trying to make. We go up to Tolka Park and it's the open terrace. You never feel like you're creating noise, and the same below in Oriel. But when you go to Dalymount and that, it's just, like, it definitely does help the away team. I've no doubt about it. To have that support behind you and that noise from your away fans, like, those do not realise what they've done. You'll probably see it being taken down now. I don't know what it is. It is just, it's like, I don't know what it is, like, that creates it. Is it just the way the roof is on it? Is it because it's low, we're all together as a group?
Yeah,
it's very compact, like, yeah.
Isn't it? You know, but yeah, it's amazing. By far my favourite away day. I love it. I love going up there.
Yeah, well, I do, especially this season. Yeah. And the end of last. But
yeah, we have a great record.
We really do. We were also saying on the back of that, like, if we ever get our new stadium up and running, that you want to see the away end with no roof, shitty away end for the away supporters, so they can't create any atmosphere in it, you know. But kind of half joking saying that, but like, it would be, you know, if we got a good little stadium with a good away end in it, you're kind of thinking, all them teams will fill it, and you're kind of giving them a little advantage there. But sure, look, that's the way it is. You have to build a proper stadium. You can't be messing around with it.
No, you do.
I've heard a lot of people say like that our current away end is really good for generating atmosphere. A lot of people love it, like.
Yeah, it's probably very similar, isn't it? Oh, and that we all draw together on one little section.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really does. Like, I remember a story years ago when Jose Mourinho first came into Chelsea. All the away fans had the best section right behind the dugouts. Like, did the best view, did the best advantage point in the ground, and Mourinho straight away said, this has to go. So he moved them, and he got them all put right up into the top corner of Stamford Bridge. Away from everything, you know, like, he said, don't be giving them the best seats in the house. Up into the corner, you know, and he was dead right, like, you don't give them any help whatsoever.
Yeah, right, good point. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, that's very true.
Oh yeah, like, was Yeah, it's I don't know, it's fantastic. So it's brilliant. But now saying that, it's up to the way fans then to go and create the noise, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like we did last Friday night. Like even at one stage, I don't know if you remember we were chanting and singing a song, and I think Cooper, or not Cooper, whoever was there, it could have been Kane, but he put a good tackle in, and we just sort of erupted even more, and the singing got loud or something, and we only won a throw in or something. You know, it was absolutely amazing.
That's a good point, Richie, as well. I mean, the atmosphere was electric right up until half time, and then for the, nearly 40 minutes into the second half, the atmosphere was still electric at 0-0. It wasn't as if we went one up and then, because that can happen at games sometimes, is when you score, okay, there might be a lull, and when you score, everyone's up for it, then the atmosphere is electric, but it was electric for the whole night. I think it had something to do with the fact that we haven't played a league game, we haven't played away in the league for a long time, so it felt like, I think even Kevin said it in one of the interviews, it almost felt like the first game of the season. It was kind of weird, the atmosphere at the beginning. It really was, there's a tension about it. Felt like we just hadn't played in so long.
It did, yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah. They look so fresh, like they definitely look like the first game of the season. And then with a good strong bench as well. But I'd be out the first time that we'd actually 3 strikers on the bench the other night. It's a while since we've seen that.
You're including the new signing in there as well, the Portuguese chap, yeah. So we'd Warren Davis, Josh Thomas, and himself.
Yeah.
With
so many options the other night coming off the bench. It really did feel like the first game of the season again.
Yeah, it was. Looking at the bench on the way up on the bus, I was saying to the lads, there's no academy players on the bench, and that's the first time in ages.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I think you Scott Brady on the bench, and he's signed a deal there, and you had obviously the 3 we've just mentioned, and Aaron Harper-Bailey and George Cooper, and they're all senior players now, so there's no kids, no academy lads on the bench. And again, no disrespect to them, because 2 of them are after coming through the academy, so it's good to introduce them lads to the first team. But it's also great to have as you said, 3 strikers on the bench and be able to make real changes, which he kind of said that was always the plan, as long as the plan went. As long as it went to plan, he planned on bringing the boys in, and it went really, really well. Just like on the game itself, I watched it back on Saturday, and like it was a fairly frantic start. I'd say the first probably 10 to 15 minutes was fairly even Stevens, with both teams kind of going at each other. There was a couple of bookings, I think, in the first 10, 15 minutes as well. It was a fairly frantic game.
Yeah, it was a bit end to end, I thought. Again, I said first 15, we thought we'd started fairly well. And look, we always kind of knew Bows were going to dominate the ball. But it's probably been a repeat maybe the last 3 games like that. We've just kept it tight and then took our chances. Bows will keep trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So that's probably on them. I'd say I think did 5 shots on target, but I'd say only really 2 of them were the only 2 really good chances. Tierney in the first half, and then actually another one that he missed, he sliced it and it kind of just hit the side netting. Which Denison wasn't really troubled much, and Alan Reynolds did say that and said they didn't work the keeper enough as well. So
Oh yeah, no, that's I know, and they are they're so obvious of what they try to do, but aren't they? It's you can just see it from a mile away. They're always trying. It always has to go through Dawson Defy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Tierney and Clark, and then what they'll always keep Rooney. And was it Pearson that was out wide the other side?
Parsons, yeah.
Parsons, sorry, yeah. So, and you can see it's always coming through them, but they always seem to stand in the same position.
That's predictable.
It was very predictable, and they made the same runs. And for players the Drogheda 3 centre halves just had to hold the positions. They knew where the ball was going all the time.
Yeah.
Intercept it, win a header, and you're always going to win headers because Bowes didn't have any height whatsoever. Was it Whelan up front for Bowes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the answer for them at all. I know they're missing Dougie, but so predictable. It really was so predictable. And like, then I had something else online where they said, do people not realise Drogheda is set up that way and they let teams have the ball? That's what Drogheda do. So
Yeah, look, I mean,
when it goes that.
I think the next day after the game, and even after the actual game itself was one of the funniest. So I was going to say overreactions, but one of the funniest reactions to a win that we've had in a long time. Because I mean, you know, on the game itself, as you said, Owen, the two chances that they had, Ross Tierney, like that was a brilliant little through ball. No one was expecting that little pass for the first chance. Everyone was expecting him to sort of knock it out left, and he just little tiny through ball and a class save from Dennis. Dennison just got there and really quick, and I think it ended up coming off his knee. But that to me was their only real clear cut, because the other one wasn't a clear cut chance. He just kind of skied at it and it ended up hitting the side netting, and half the Jody thought it was in, which was even funnier for us. But do you know what I mean? And as you said as well, they're really good at what they do, but there's a predictability about them where they don't, like, nobody swaps wings, nobody changes, you know, right here, this isn't working, lads, you know, you go there, I'll go here for 5 or 10 minutes and we'll see what kind of joy we can get. Like, you've seen it before playing Shamrock Rovers, like, that's exactly what they'll do. They have players that will switch and somebody will drop deeper and go back, and they'll torment you because you just don't know. You don't know what you're going to get, but it seems to be that Reynolds has both set up to play that way, and that's the way they're going to play. And they just don't seem to be able to. They've no answer to breaking us down, and you could see the frustration on their faces the other night. Again, it just added to the atmosphere and added to the kind of. I thought it was just funny because, you know, we'll get to the what, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but you'll get to the comments that were made by a certain commentator in a while. But you could just see that in the back of their minds, they're probably thinking, fucking draw that again. Like, what is it with these guys? They just don't seem to be able to get our number at all. Look, in saying that, they could beat us in the last game of the season, who knows? But it was a joy to behold. Just the way we were playing, we were set up so well. The three centre halves, Bulger, Quinn and Keeley, were just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Big Gandalf head on Keeley again, like, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's the best defender in the league.
Oh, it really was. And the difference from that one as well, because I remember there's nobody can argue that point. I'm sorry, and I know people say, well, use our biases, they're Drogheda fans. There is not a better centre half in the league.
Has to be.
Owen, he could be. He's definitely. If he's not in the running for the player of the year, not just for Drogheda United, for the whole league, it'd be an absolute disgrace. Because every fan, every commentator talks about him. He is so good, so he is so good.
The only thing is, it's very rare. I think a defender wins it. That's
true. That's the only thing. That's a good point. But look, was he 5 goals this season?
Yeah,
6 maybe more, has he?
He could do, yeah. So like he's also adding goals to his game.
He's 5 league goals and 1 in the cup, I think.
But he's just absolutely amazing. But just even going back to the frustration side, the way Drogheda frustrated him, like when we went to Derry that night, that was a horrible game. I don't think when we got the ball that night, we did anything good with it. I thought we were so poor, even when we had the ball.
Yeah.
It was different last Friday night. I thought we were brilliant. I thought so controlled on the ball, found the passes, found the men, cleared the ball properly when it had to be cleared.
Yeah.
Out of danger. It was such a different game to the Derry game, if you know what I'm trying to say. We were in total control the other night of our game plan, where I don't think we were in Derry.
Yeah, I agree. Just looked up there, lads, just a list of the players of the year. When do you reckon the last time it was a defender?
Graham Garland.
No, he never won it.
Right, okay.
Defender won it right.
Lopez.
No.
Give us a bit of a time frame there. The last 5 years, 10 years, 15?
It was in the 2000s.
Right.
Dan Murray, Coxey.
No. Take a bit closer to home, lads.
Not there, was it?
No. He played for us.
He played for us.
Yeah, he won it playing for us.
Oh.
So there's probably people screaming now.
Shelley.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Right, okay. He was the last player to win it.
Last defender, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you see, defence wasn't the only thing to that man's game, was it? Really, you know what I mean? It wasn't a kind of a old school centre half type of player, was he? You know what I mean? He was up and down the pitch, and he had a lot of pace, and he's a brilliant player, Shelley.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Class.
Good one, Owen.
Where were we before you rudely interrupted us there, Owen?
I was told at the weekend I need to speak up more, so.
You're taking the advice now, are you?
Yeah.
Fair play. It's great to have you on board, finally.
I think we were on about just us frustrating Bohemians, wasn't it? And just.
Yeah, that was it, Richie. Well, what I was going to say was, and it kind of sounds, it's a strange thing to say, but we were in control of that game. I know we didn't have the ball, and I know Kevin has referenced this before, you can control a game of football without actually owning the ball. We were sending their players exactly where we wanted them to go defensively,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's a joy to behold at times. It really, really is. And I'm not saying, I want to play this way all the time. This is the way forward. There's a lot of different ways to skin a cat. But I just think the other night, that was just, it was orchestrated. It was the plan, and everyone stuck to their guns, and the amount of running and the amount of togetherness in the team is just phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? There's no team in this league wants to play us when we play like that. When we're on, especially at home in Drogheda, it was you'll often hear managers say they're the hardest team in the league to break down. So and there is two sides of football. It's not all just about attacking. You have to defend too, So, yeah, and Doherty's getting results out of it, so there's no complaints.
Yeah, if we tried to match Bowes toe for toe, we probably would have lost the game 3 or 4-0,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was just heard Keith Tracy's, I think it was you, Greg, that shared the clip for RTE, wasn't it, the podcast?
I did,
Keith Tracy.
Yeah.
And he was saying, look, he said, when he played football, he never played for your Man Uniteds or your Liverpools, your Chelseas, your Man Cities. He was always your Burnleys, your Blackburn, the teams that would always have to fight and defend and really be a team unit. And he said he'd love to be a Drogheda United player. And he said he'd love to be in that team. He said if he had a choice to be in the Pats dressing room or Drogheda dressing room, he's picking Drogheda United's dressing room. Which was a great compliment.
Yeah, right. He actually, I have it in front of me here. He actually said, for anyone who hasn't seen it, that's listening there, the title of the article, it was on RTE, and he says, I'm in awe of them, right? And then he goes on to say, we've had to wait a month for a league game, and he kind of talks about, how hard it would have been. He says, we've been giving Kevin the plaudits now for the last 12 months since the middle of last season. Excuse me. Keeping them in the division, and of course, the cup win. So that was Cawley. Cawley said that. When you look at the levels in terms of budget, Kevin is operating off compared to the likes of Bowes and Shamrock Rovers, whatever. And if you go away from home to one of the top teams, you have to sit in and you have to be defensive. It was a brilliant away performance. If that was a European match, you'd say that was a masterclass in defending, and then obviously going and nicking the result. I don't think it was nicking the result. I don't agree with that term, but you kind of hear what he's saying. Kevin is doing a phenomenal job. Don't let anyone else tell you that he's not. And then Keith Tracy, so that was Alan Cawley. So Keith Tracy says, when you're talking about puke football, we're going to get to that one in a minute. He says, when you're talking about puke football, that's so disrespectful. the 6-time caps Republic of Ireland midfielder, added, I played in every division in England and no one ever sat me down and said, Keith, we need to win and it has to be pretty. He says half of the stuff to me is pretty. When Baljo Keeley and Quinn are throwing their bodies on the line, blocking stuff and running like their lives depend on it, that to me is pretty football. That's everything. That's heart on your sleeve stuff. So much modern day football is you're coached within an inch of your life. But if you motivate lads to run around and beat together and have team spirit and chemistry, Kevin Doherty has shown you can do it. Anyone who tries to detract from this Drogheda team needs to have a real look at themselves. They've picked themselves up off the canvas so many times. And then he says, I was talking to Kevin Doherty before the Bows game and he said, Keith, I had to go out and tell these lads they weren't playing in Europe an hour before we kicked off against Shamrock Rovers. And then he says, Drogheda took the lead in that game. He says, if you ever want to go see a group of lads who want to play for their manager and want to do things properly, this Drogheda bunch, I'm absolutely in awe of them. I really am. I think they've been outstanding. If they finish in and around where they are now, at the end of the season, I think Kevin Doherty should be given manager of the season. So that's his whole sort of little rant about the Drogs. That's class coming from him.
That's amazing. That's actually amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like, and he's spot on. He's like, everything he said is 100% right.
Yeah.
You know, like, all fans want from your team is to go out and absolutely leave everything on the pitch. Everything. And there's nobody can say that Drogheda team doesn't leave everything on the pitch. And we're getting the results as well. Like, what more do people want from this team?
Yeah. I know. And like, and I know again, we probably talked about it a million times, but, you know, comparing budgets, like us and Bows, we're right down the bottom as far as budget goes. Maybe second last if the figures are to be believed. And Bows are right now up the top because they're spending some serious money. Ross Tierney, Dawson Devoy, you know, got Dale Rooney from us. They're after signing Dougie from us. They've James Clark, who they took from us. I mean, they can basically swoop in with the checkbook and sign some of the best players around. Like, I mean, it was a Dawson Devoy who was in the UK and ended up coming back to Ireland, and apparently he was offered big money to stay in the UK and didn't want to. He wanted to come home. So, you know, that's what we're...
Tierney's the same. Walsall offered Tierney. Walsall wanted to sign Tierney and he came home.
Okay. It was probably Tierney I read that about, not Devoy. But yeah, I mean, that just goes to show you, doesn't it?
Think, yeah.
Sorry?
I think it's true, but both of them had offers to stay.
Okay, right.
And plus as well, the likes of Bows and Rovers, they've also the added incentive of Dublin, a big Dublin city. Like, Dublin's a great city, and players will come back from England and want to live in Dublin. Like, it's the same over in England. Players will want to live in London, or they want to live in Madrid or Paris. Not that way. Like, Dublin would be a big attraction for a lot of players coming back home. So they've also that on their side.
Yeah, well, I suppose a lot of them are dubs anyway, and they just want to go home to where they're from.
Yeah, so, like, it is, but, like, do we know what kind of wage bill Bows are spending? Was them figures ever out there already?
I don't know. They're after getting hit with $100,000 compensation payment there the other day for unfair dismissal of somebody, so that's all their Oasis jersey money gone down to Swanee.
Good enough for them.
They're in a breach of contract with the ticketing provider. I think that was the...
Future ticketing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. The workplace thing that's another one they had to pay out. I can't remember how much it was.
All right, okay.
But yeah, it's something to do with future ticketing. Reading about it the other day.
Right.
Yeah,
look, I think... Go on,
it is like chalk and cheese, isn't it? It is like chalk and cheese, the money we're spending on wages and what like some Bows and Rovers are spending. And there's us up the top half of the league competing with them all every week. And still people just, like, I just think it's a lazy look, isn't it? It's a lazy approach to dropping that shit, dropping that this, dropping that. Instead of looking deep into it like Keith Tracy did and said, look, this is what you do. This is what they're good at. You know, instead of saying, oh shit. Like, we're sitting fucking fourth in the league. What, we a point off second spot?
Yeah.
You know, like, what more do people want?
Some people are just clueless, though, when it comes to what they think football should be. And I mean, I think a lot of the people that were making them comments on social media afterwards are people who just don't go to games. They're probably not League of Ireland fans, a lot of them, because there was a lot of other League of Ireland fans were weighing in going, here, hold on a minute. You have to admire big time what Drogheda are doing here, like, you know, because they know where we're after coming from. I'd say some of these other heads just probably turn on the telly and they see Bows and Drogheda United. Oh, Drogheda won the cup, they must be really good. And then they see what they see, and immediately they, you know, go to the negative and go, oh God, these are terrible, these are really, really bad, you know. These are a team who are after coming from finishing second bottom last year, lads, and going into a playoff.
Yeah.
And we've gone from there to, as you said, a point behind second with 10 games left. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, and then also having to deal with the kick in the teeth of missing out on Europe. A lot of them players would have been, well, like, we were all so looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But to be able to pick themselves back up from that and to go again, like, it's amazing. I remember last season, I looked at Galway.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I remember Galway coming up, and Galway did it last year. It was so hard to beat Galway, and people were giving it, but then, but you had to admire what they did. Like,
I did, absolutely did. I admired them. They were nearly in European football last year too.
Yeah, and I bet you Galway didn't give a shit, you know what I mean, how they fucking got the points last year. And nobody called their football fucking bad last year. You know what I mean? So, is there a lot of jealousy, lads, is there?
I don't know, Richie, what it is. I think
you seem to be boiling a lot of people's piss, which is, you're doing something right when you're doing that, like.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I think football has just become too much of a TV show for some people, and they're looking at, you know, the Premier League, and they're looking at Spanish football, and they're looking at whatever other leagues around Europe, and the way a lot of those teams play, and, you know, even the teams right down the bottom of the leagues tend to play in a similar way, because it has become a bit of a cliche now, and everyone just plays in the same way, passing it out from the back, going through the towards, you know, wingers, you know, pinging balls in, blah, blah, blah. You can come out with all the cliches you want, because it's so easy to think you're an expert on football just from sitting watching Sky for a Sunday afternoon, because everyone just plays in the same manner. Hardly any of the teams. You might be able to pick one or two, say, from the English Premier League that play in a different way. But most of them have the same sort of template. The coaches have the same badges. You know, they're all looking at the same videos. They're all just approaching the game in the exact same way, because they all have massive budgets, some bigger than others, obviously. But, you know, I don't want to kind of repeat myself again, but when you look at our budget and you look at the size of our squad in comparison to Bows, in comparison to Rovers, in comparison to Derry, you know, we have a small budget and we have a small playing squad. We're after having a transfer window. And I'm not saying, look, Kevin's not immune and the team isn't immune to criticism. I've criticised them probably more than anyone on this podcast for the way we've played at times. But when you go away and everything, when it goes to plan, it's unbelievable, and you can have an amazing night. And 3 days later, we're still talking about how brilliant it was. When it doesn't go to plan, and you get a bit of a spanking, that's a different thing altogether. You know, he is open to criticism at times, and I think that's fair too, because that's what we're here to do, just be honest and talk about how we see it. But, I mean, as a whole, how many games have we played? 26 games or whatever it is so far. Like, you have to say, it's been unbelievably positive, like.
Yeah, and what, we got 5 defeats up to now. Would that be right on?
Yeah, that's 5,
yeah,
right?
5, yeah.
5, yeah.
Yeah, but Row was at 4.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
3 of those against Bows.
Yeah.
Oh, come here, lads. Did you see that tweet the other day the Bows fan put up after the game?
No.
I think the one about celebrating.
No, he put up, he said only Bows could take 9 points off Rovers and give them straight back and drop them. That was class. But look, no, I think this goes. Now I know budget is massive; it is a big part of it, and it does massively help. But I think it goes beyond that. Like, try to have good players, lads. Like, we really have some of the. Like, I think we have the 2 best fullbacks in the league. Now I know Kuhne up in Rovers is good. Don't right, he is good. But Lamb and Kane.
Yeah.
Oh, lads, for class. And, you know what I mean? Right, and it's probably going to focus on a lot of defensive players here, but the three centre halves, like Keeley, we're after talking about him already. I think we're the best keeper in the league. You know, like we have good footballers. We've the most clever and intelligent footballer in the league in Ryan Brennan.
Yeah.
There's nobody more better experience than that chap. But I just think it's more like, right, as I said, the budget's a big thing, but we have good footballers in that team.
Oh, without a doubt. You can't implement
Yeah.
that plan without having players that can
Yeah.
do what they're told and fit into a system. And nobody's doing that better than us at the minute. I think Andrew Quinn the other night was just phenomenal.
Class. And Bulger.
Absolutely. And Bulger.
Yeah. Like, the amount of interceptions Bulger got and headers he won, and being in the right place at the right time. It was amazing.
Like, we could probably go through the 11, really, and I mean, we're probably nearly after going through most of it there, but then when you Derry and Thomas Alua, just literally did everything that was asked of them. You know what I mean? They were brilliant. The running out of them was just phenomenal. And Derry, I thought, did a couple of things that really opened my eyes. He sprayed a lovely ball, a sort of a diagonal pass in the first sort of 10, 15 minutes, and that's something that we haven't seen from him yet, because obviously he's only played a couple of games, but I think there's a bit more to his game and hopefully we get to see that over the next 10 games, but I thought he was really good.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah.
I still think he's a bit raw, but again, he's only 19. He's only played,
3 games.
3 games, yeah. Took his goal well against Sligo, was it? I can't remember.
Galway.
Galway, sorry.
Yeah.
Look, there seems bits and glimpses, but yeah, again, the more he plays, the more experience he'll get, and the better he'll be. He's on a pro deal now, so at least if somebody does come in from him, I know he was on trial in Northampton, but if someone comes in from him, we'll be well compensated.
Yeah. But also as well, you look, and especially as we said, where we're set up, right, you look at our front players and that, they never once throw their arms up in the air with frustration or, like, I'm doing all this running and I'm not getting any ball into me. But they go out and do their job. They know what they're there for. They do it without complaining. They obviously love Doherty, you know what I mean? Like, you'll obviously see players that throw their arms in the air. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, France Perot and Douglas James Taylor did it regularly.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, them two lads who like ran their socks off for, was it 60 minutes, I think?
Yeah.
And never ever stopped. And that's, to me, like, brilliant. I love to see that. And fans love to see that.
Look, Richie, I know, and you both know, that's exactly why Thomas Alua was signed. It was just because we knew the engine that the guy had on him. Like, he was never a prolific goal scorer, but that's not what he was signed to do. He was just signed to absolutely drain the life out of defenders and, you know, keep them busy and do the amount of running he does. And he's a tough character. Like, he's really difficult if he's coming running at you. You know what I mean? He's gonna occupy a couple of defenders and then hopefully get a nice ball in. I mean, there's rawness there with him too. There's times where you're thinking he makes the wrong decision. And he probably has more often than not made the wrong decision, but you're just kind of hoping that he can kind of add that little bit of finesse to his game and pick the right pass. And I'd like to see him on the score sheet, obviously, a little bit more. But as you said with Barry, he's really raw. He's only played 3 games. He's a 19-year-old. He's only a kid. But the substitutions then, as we said earlier on, it was just brilliant to be able to bring on John O'Sullivan and Josh Thomas and take the 2 boys off. And my God, did that work wonders.
Yeah. Yeah. It was brilliant, wasn't it? It was great to see, and I think Dottie was saying he was hoping to get 60 minutes out of the 2 boys and to be able to bring them to it. Well, like, even go back to them 2 lads now, the 2 lads that sat up top. They've produced big goals this season. Like, Thomas scored against Bows up there. Am I correct in saying that already this season?
Yeah, he scored the winner last time, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big game. And Darry scored, was it 1-0 against Galway?
Yeah.
So, like, right, they're not scoring every week, but by God, would they big goals in this team in this season. So they're definitely playing their part.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
You know, and then, as you said, we ever bring on the 2 boys, Thomas and Warren Davis. Brilliant. And 2 completely different type of player.
lot of pace when them two are up together, Davis and Josh Thomas.
Yeah.
And that's a different headache, isn't it? That's a different problem.
Yeah. Like you see before the goal, like when Thomas got the ball, he still had a lot to do. He still had a lot of running to do. He's in between the two defenders. But them lads are after getting battered by Alou and Kareem, so they're probably a bit starting to tire at that stage. And I've seen Bowles fans saying they probably should have pulled him down and like take the red, which probably should have done that. Like, but took the goal really well, and I didn't realise at the time, but he done the celebration with the handshake. So Nathan O'Connor put a tweet up. So it's basically a video of himself and Dougie like shaking hands at a photo shoot. So that's what that was about.
Yeah.
And Davis at the end of the match done the Dougie salute to the crowd then.
That's right, yeah. Seeing that. Yeah. It was, well, like, I mean, even go back then, as you were on the goal, the run, but even, like, if you look back and he sort of, like, he just didn't run, he sort of ran towards Keeley and sort of spun off.
Yeah.
It was an amazing goal. Lads, to be honest now, how many times did you just watch the goal back?
20, 30. I was watching it all day Saturday.
Yeah. And the figures going around then, and the noise.
I know.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Phenomenal.
And here, lads, from like the Bowes end, where you can, once the goal goes in, you can just hear some Bowes fans just shouting, "Fuck off!"
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah. That was actually on. That was on Virgin, wasn't it?
I was going to say that. Yeah, on the commentary, you can hear somebody going, "Fuck off, fuck's sake!" behind the commentator. It must have been fairly close to somebody. Absolutely hilarious. But yeah, we can't let that pass go by without talking about it. I mean, Conor Keeley, what a pass! That's just phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, but like not even the pass, like the interception, like took it off Clark. Clark jumps in the ground, claiming it's free, you know.
Yeah.
And the ref actually played advantage. I don't know if you've noticed that to us, like.
Did he?
Yeah, he had a hand in the air pointing towards the Bowes goal. Like.
Right.
What, was he going to boot Clark for diving?
I don't know, like. But yeah, I just noticed he played an advantage, so.
Right, yeah.
Just what he did.
It was an amazing pass. Like, he put it right through the two centre halves. Like, it was pinpoint. Just right. Oh, it was amazing. But then time just stand still. It was like we're all just grabbing onto the closest person beside you. You know, and then having a good day. That thing, it's mad because you just hug anybody. You don't even know who they are. Like, there was a couple of lads behind me. Like I wouldn't know them. You're just hugging. You know. Yeah, it's brilliant. But,
so somebody ended up grabbing me in a headlock. I don't know what was going on, man.
It was Owen.
I was a good few feet away from him, I think. I don't know who it was, but I think it was some young lad beside me just grabbed me and started pulling the head off me. But I didn't mind, it was great.
But you don't even know what you're doing when you're celebrating.
Oh, like, no.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's for that couple of 30 seconds, a minute, whatever. Like, what do we just do there? Like, we're actually, there was lads on the ground, so there was.
It's like an out-of-body experience, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah. It is, really is amazing. And like, that's what I'm saying, and I know, like the away game, like, brilliant going up to Johnny, but if people out there who haven't experienced away games and don't get to them, and I know it's tough, Fridays are tough to get to away match, but my God, it hits different, doesn't it, lads?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Them few points before and afterwards, the afterwards points were just unbelievable. The atmosphere in the pub was even incredible. There was like songs at home in the bus, and even as we said before, it just makes your entire weekend. Like, I was dying of a hangover the next day, but I didn't give a shit. It wasn't a bother on me. I bounced out of the bed like normally. If you lose, you'd be lying in the bed going, "Oh God!" But it wasn't a bother on me, man. I didn't care. It's great.
Yeah, no, definitely, and hopefully the likes of that now, and people seeing that footage of the celebration of that would get more to away games, because I would love to see more at an away match.
Yeah, me too.
I definitely think we're capable of getting more to away matches.
Yeah.
So, definitely, look, if anybody, like, definitely 100% recommend doing away days. Just.
Yeah, In saying that, if you do want to get to a few away games and you haven't quite made it yet, we run buses as well with the. We normally go from Muddy Hughes's pub, so if you fancy going on any away days for the next few away games, send us a message on the We Are the Drogs, maybe the Facebook page or the email, and we're sure we can sort you out. Just back to the game for a second, lads. I think the finish itself probably wasn't the cleanest strike ever. He kind of shinned it a little bit, but I don't care. Obviously, it went into the net, but there didn't seem to be much after that. There was no we're hanging on here, we're hanging on. I mean, they didn't. Bowes never laid a glove on us really for the next 10 minutes.
No, definitely
A few
not.
high balls into the box.
No, compared to the game in Sullivan and Lown Park, where we were actually under the caution, Dennis made a load of good saves. That really didn't happen at all.
No.
Yeah. And it was actually quite hard to see the game with all the smoke then when it restarted.
Took 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was mad. I was totally gone. I didn't know what was going on. I was saying to Evan Ennis, I said, how long's left? Are we in injury time? And he's like, there's 10 seconds left in the 90. And I couldn't get my head around what he was saying. From all the celebrating, I was just all over the place. I go, 10 seconds left in injury. He goes, no, 10 seconds left in 90. I said, it's over. He goes, no, there's 10 seconds left in the game. I said, sorry, I was just so, I don't know what the word was, but I just lost my parents for a minute or two. But,
I was the same. I said it to Kay. I said, I can't see a fucking thing. What's happening? She goes, nothing. The game hasn't started yet. There's a delay because of the smoke. I couldn't even see my own fucking hand. I was like, this is mental, man. But it was just added to the absolute craziness of it. It was brilliant.
Yeah, boy, I think the players knew once they scored that, they said, there's no way we're letting these score now. There's no way. I actually think we stepped it up to a new level again after we went 1-0 up.
Oh, we have, we just. There's no way we were giving that up. You just felt that this isn't going to happen because we all know last year was a nightmare for the first half of the season. But there's no way they're getting the last minute goal here. No way.
Yeah. And what was played? 6 minutes, wasn't it? Was it 6 minutes injury time?
Yeah.
Everybody did 7,
Yeah. But it'll definitely go down as one of the special nights, lads.
Yeah, we were just thinking pub quiz, is there ever a season where we've had a clean sweep over Bowes? I know we still have one game left, but have we ever beaten Bowes 4 times in a row, which is what we're doing at the moment? Obviously the end of last season and 3 of this season. I don't think that's ever happened.
No, I find it very hard out there.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it's been done before now.
I mean, let's go back to the 70s, one of the really good draw teams in the 70s that unfortunately didn't win an awful lot, but we had a couple of really good sides then. Maybe some of the statisticians out there want to email us and let us know, but I mean, beating Bowes 4 times in a row, it's not something that happens very often for Drogheda, so, let's celebrate it as much as we can, lads.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And it's great coming up there because it's so easy for their fans to turn on them. It happens so quickly, doesn't it? They're the worst fan base in the league. They're turning on the team.
Yeah. Actually, they wanted Randall sacked not so long ago.
Yeah. Say a few of them are calling for it the other night again.
Mm-hmm. I love them where we do them, because I know a good few Bowes fans, and one in particular, they used to be a Drogheda fan, so it's delighted to get the win over them again.
What are you saying, Owen? Somebody used to be a Drogheda fan and now they're a Bowes fan?
Yeah. A member, I think. A member. I know, yeah.
That's just really strange. Oh my God. Are they okay? In the head?
Yeah. You know who it is as well.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
I'm not going to name them.
Name and shame.
Best of luck to them. Is there anything else there about the actual game itself, boys, that we want to touch on? Or, I mean, it's just can't really pick out players, and the overall performance is just phenomenal.
No, just even go back to Luke Dennison. Did you see him running to the Bowes fans before we even scored?
Yeah.
Wasn't that brilliant, wasn't it? He's a proper prick.
Ultimate wind-up, isn't he? He's class.
Yeah, and he's our prick.
And he only lives around the corner from Dalymount, too.
Yeah,
He probably walked home.
Probably walked over to the boat fans.
I'd say he was home on the couch by 10:30.
Yeah. We were actually walking out, and it's mad with leaving them games because they didn't actually keep us back, did they?
No.
They don't do that anymore.
I remember the last time they done it.
Yeah, because we were actually walking out, and now I know we all stayed back celebrating, but as we were walking out, there was still Bows fans, just at Eddie Rockets there, just at the lights, and they were having to go, a few of the young lads walking out, a few of the ultras, I was like, lads, just keep walking, you know what I mean? All you wanted. How's your European one going? And we thought, like, how's your fucking European one going? Not even in fucking Europe, you know? But the cops standing there listening now, and your man's crossing the road looking for trouble. And like, I thought it was a bit nuts.
Banner.
Yeah, like, how's your European run going? You're not even in fucking Europe. You're strange ones.
There's always one idiot.
Yeah, there's always, well, unfortunately, there's always a few more. But look, anyway, right. So, looking forward to the weekend, Waterford at home on Friday. Could we have asked for a better game, really? I mean, well, you obviously Cork or Galway because they're worse, but I mean, Waterford weren't great the other day. I watched some of the game between them and Pats, and I think it all looked like men against boys for a lot of it, to be honest with you. Obviously, they have the league's most lethal striker up top, and he's always capable of getting something. But I think it's a game that we should be going into fully focused on getting 3 points.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Like, look, you don't take that for granted, but
no,
you'd like to think at home. You think you should be very looking, or a great chance of getting the win. Like,
yeah,
I know their form's a bit patchy, like, so they're not coming in on great form. But I'd like to think we get the win over them anyway.
Yeah, no, look, I sat down Sunday and watched that game. And like, let's be honest, Pats aren't great either. And Pats just rolled over them.
And especially in between European games as well, they can be tricky games for the European teams. Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, yeah, boy. No, Watford, I don't know, yeah, look, you said Grace with the Podge up top, he's always going to be dangerous, but I don't see a whole pile more for Watford. I really don't. Right, blow in Watford, they'll probably be okay at home. But I think coming up to United Park next Friday night, and us off the back of that big win, like, we have to keep momentum going now. Yeah, it's a good fixture for us now, I think.
But I mean, Waterford are, as you said, patchy. But on that day, I mean, they went to Galway and won 4-2 a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I think Galway a bit of a free fall though.
No, I agree, but I think there is goals in that Waterford team. It's defensively that they're weak. Yeah.
No, look,
Andy Boyle.
Yeah. As Owen said, you don't disrespect anybody. You don't take anything for granted. But I think it's just as I said. I think it's a good fixture for us now coming up.
No, it is definitely is. Just with regards to the starting 11, do you think he'll pretty much go with the same starting 11 as we did, or will he make any changes up top, bring Warren or Josh Thomas on from start, or leave as is?
It's hard to know, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm struggling with that one myself. I do know Davis had a great game the last time we played him at home.
He scored.
He caused them all sorts of bother. Like, he scored as well, yeah, but he caused them awful trouble.
Yeah.
Now, whether Davis has the 90 minutes in him yet, I don't know. He's sort of returning from injury. Again, same with Josh Thomas as well. Like, I know he's looked sharp and all that, but he hasn't had a full game yet. So, are they ready to start yet?
And Camille, would you find would you say that you find it hard now not to put Thomas in after him scoring?
It's tough. Like, do you know, if he's fully fit and he reckons he can get like an hour out of him, maybe start him and Alua.
Yeah. But look, as we said here before, lads, they're the problems he wants. They're the headaches he wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest with you, that he'll probably start Warren Davis with Thomas Alua and he'll leave Josh Thomas on the bench again and then spring him from the bench when needed, and hope that we're either 1-up or 0-0 at that point. You know what I mean? I can't see him changing it completely. And I have a feeling that Warren is probably a bit more near a full fitness than Josh Thomas. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I'd imagine that Warren might start that game. And as you said, Owen, he had a really good game against them the last time. He kind of has the number, and I kind of think that we need to be starting with the likes of him up there and say maybe not Darry this time out, because smaller pitch and it's a home, and obviously we want to be kind of dominating the game a little bit more at home and bringing the game to Waterford more so than we would away to Bowes, obviously, tactically. So I can imagine Warren is the kind of player that you need, I think, against Waterford to start the game.
Probably need a bit of pace anyway, just so up against Andy Boyle. He's a very experienced defender, but he wouldn't have the legs, so if you want someone running at him, Davis is probably who you want.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. And Davis and Alua, I mean, that's giving you as much legs as you can handle.
Yeah. I wonder will we get lucky to do that? I wonder, will he get a look in the tongue?
I'd say if there's a game, Richie, where we're 2 or 3-0 up, I know that doesn't happen very often, but if we were playing really well at home and we were a couple up, you might see him for the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, because he's probably fifth striker there. Would be right in saying that, and the other four ahead of him.
You kind of think they have to be, really.
I think so. Yeah. So, as we said, he doesn't make that many changes either. So, look, it's great. It's brilliant. Will he change up the midfield at all? He's Shane Fowler on the bench now at the minute.
Yeah, when he brought off Lukey the other night, didn't he? He was booked.
Yeah.
Booked for diving, yeah.
Was he booked, was he?
Yeah, he took a dive.
Right, he dived.
Yeah, lads, I forgot to actually mention this, but there was a fair few kind of scuffles on the pitch. I mean, even at the final whistle, there was a big melee going on in the middle of the pitch, and I know there was one with Luke, and there was one after about 5 minutes. There was a little bit of a coming together of 2 or 3 players, but there was loads of little niggles going around.
Yeah, it was proper feisty, wasn't it? Somebody interviewed Dottie as well on about it. He said it has that derby feeling, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? It's because we're beating them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have that if it was them beating us 3 times in a row. No one would give a shit from the both side, you know what I mean? But because we've beaten them 3 times in a row, I think that's where that's coming from.
Yeah. Well, the trouble at the end was a Healy and Ross Tierney, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Ryan got involved.
Whatever was said, I'd say Healy's a bit of a cheeky head now, and I'm alright. That's he said something just to piss him off.
God.
It was the Rooney the last game? Was it Rooney and Kane? No.
Oh, that rings a bell. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. I think Rooney's had a poor game against us since he's went to them.
Yeah, he has though.
He can't handle the abuse.
Oh, classic. And here, what's going on with the DJT? Well, what was wrong with him? He wasn't in the squad.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I heard he had some sort of muscle injury or something.
None of the Bows fans seem to know why he was out. None of them heard he had any kind of an injury at all, and there was a load of them saying, "Oh no, he's the new Moose."
Maybe he's just afraid.
God. Yeah, well,
shit the pants in.
Yeah, I met him in traffic going in, so we did.
You did not.
Yeah, we were walking in, myself and the boys, and he drove up by traffic. He hit another Bows player with him.
Did he give you a little beep?
Yeah, no, the boys were walking up and they ran over and they were talking to them in traffic, and I stood in the front. I said, "I'm shitting the boss. I can't do me. Sorry, I can't talk to you." It was slagging, but I said, "Look," I said, "Are you out?" And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Good." He was laughing, he was. But I said, look, I don't mind you missing that, you can play next week, but I'm glad you're not playing tonight. He was just laughing, so. I didn't ask him what injury he had or whatever. He was sitting in traffic, so we just kept moving.
Bit of a falling out with your man crush there, Richie.
Yeah, man crush. Yeah. Lucky I didn't get that fucking tattoo done.
Dougie's face on your arse.
Yeah.
Oh, classic.
I was glad he wasn't playing anyway, but like that.
Yeah, no, I was too. I was delighted to see him not on the pitch. We might only have to face him once this season, and that's the last day of the season in United Park. So that's going to be a phenomenal game, lads. No matter how it goes between now and then, there's going to be some atmosphere at that.
Yeah, and it's going to be rough from that night in Drogheda, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm going to make sure of it.
Yeah, it's going to
be no pig heads left in any butchers in Drogheda, that I would say.
I'm a vegan. I'm not allowed to throw pigs' heads. I'll get a fake pig's head. I'll stop making one.
You get one on eBay.
One. Papa Mache one between now and the end of the season. I'll get the kids in school to make it for me. Yeah, look, lads, a couple of other things we need to talk about before we finish. Owen, do you have the details of the draw for the jersey?
I do, yeah. 1 sec.
Happy days.
So there's a signed jersey draw taking place on the 16th of August. For a chance for Amy, a local girl in Tully Allen. She's got a condition called FND, so she needs to go to London for critical treatment. We'll share up the details on the post, but yeah, it's €5 for a ticket or €3 for €12. So yeah, you just we'll put up the Revolut details and you can put your name and number on that. So yeah, for a good cause and a good prize.
So we'll share that on the Facebook or whatever, will we?
Yeah, we will, yeah. Right,
brilliant. So, yeah, look, guys, a really, really worthy cause for that young girl. It'd be great if she can get that money to go to London for that treatment. It'd be amazing for her, and it's a cool prize, a signed jersey as well. So, if anybody fancies parting with a few quid, we're all in good form after that win. So, dig deep. Yeah. So, lads, let's go for a prediction for Waterford. And by the way, I was spot on last week. 1-0, Josh Thomas. I got it right for the first time all season.
Congratulations. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, thanks, Owen.
I'm not part of that club yet.
Say that again.
I'm not part of that club yet.
No. I've not got one right yet, no.
I don't think so, no.
I haven't got one right in ages now, boy. Jeez, I started the season, I got fucking 4 or 5 of them.
You did. Right, Paul, we go with you again, buddy.
I'll go 2-0 Drogheda.
Do you want to give us a goal scorer? Or is
Warren and Markey.
Warren and Markey. All right, Richie?
Yeah, I was going to go 2-0 as well as we was, but yeah, no, I'll go one more. I'll go 3-0.
Oh,
man.
Thomas Keeley, and I think Ryan will score.
Right, okay. Jesus, lads. I'm going to go 1-0 again, and I'm going to say 1-0 Warren Davis.
Just full of confidence at the minute.
Very good. 3-0, you must be. Hope the team are feeling the same.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's only the second game of the season, so it is.
Yeah, very true.
We're flying.
Yeah, we're flying. And else we want to add in, boys, before we go?
Don't think so.
No,
go on, sorry.
No, it's all good.
All good. All right, cool. Who's in Marseille having a beer listening to the podcast, by the way?
Oh, Johnny Carroll.
Johnny Carroll. All right, Johnny, if you're still in Marseille, have a beer for us.
Yeah, a super fan there, Johnny. All the games, so he does. Super fan.
Brilliant. Fair play. Thanks for listening, Johnny. Enjoy the beer.
Have one for us, Johnny.
Good man. Right, lads, I think we'll leave it there. Happy days. See you Friday.
See you Friday night, lads.
Yeah. See you Friday.
Cheers. Bye.
All the best.
Bye.
20 years ago.